I'm always talking to my son about playing the game of life and understanding that life is a game. And when you're playing the game of life, you can't be playing checkers. I see so many people playing checkers, and what that means is they don't have a vision. They don't have a strategy. They're reacting to things that happen. And by reacting to things that happen, you're playing catch up. You're not playing the game of life in the way that you should be playing it. The game of life, you should be playing like chess. You should have some moves that are planned. And some of the moves that you have planned, they're 3-4 months from now. They're 6 months from now. They're a year from now. But you're working at putting the things in place in the position that within a year, you're going to be able to utilize everything that you're doing and really capitalize on it. The game of life is really about having a vision and foresight for what you want to do. And when you're focused on creating a future that you want to experience, a future that you want to enjoy, you're playing the game of life in the way that you're supposed to. But it's all about really planning what you're trying to do and having logical steps to what you're trying to do. And really understanding that even if something pops up that you didn't expect, because you have this plan, now you're in a better position to be able to, know what to do, find the solution that's going to work for you instead of panicking. Because that's what people are doing all the time now. They're playing checkers and they're waiting for someone else to do a move they didn't see coming. And then all of a sudden they're panicking. The world is on fire. I don't know what to do. And then they make snap decisions that are usually based on fear, based on emotions, that are not based on logic, not based on philosophy, not based on strategy. They do these things just in fear. And usually what I tell people is fear and anger gives the worst advice. So whenever you see someone making emotional decisions, they're usually not the best decision for them. They're not the best decision for that situation. But when you can step back and say, okay, I have a strategy. This is my plan for the next 3 months is to do this, this, and this to get to this end goal. And if something pops up, you go to your strategy and say, okay, how does this fit? What should I do? How should I handle that? And part of it is by, you step back. You step back and you take an hour, 2 hours a day, and you really think and analyze. Okay, now what if I do this? What would happen? And if I do this, if this is my plan, how is it going to affect my plan? But if you don't, if you're playing checkers, what you're going to do is you're going to react right away. You're going to make a snap decision. And usually that snap decision, because it's emotional, is not going to help your strategy at all. It's going to set you back. And then it's going to make things even harder for you going forward. And then you feel like life's a struggle. Life is so hard. It's because you're not planning anything. You're not playing chess. You're playing checkers. So I tell my son all the time, you got to play chess all the time. Not just with your career. It's with your relationships. It's with your money. It's with everything that you do. You have to play chess. You can see where you're at right now, and then where do you want to be? And then start looking at, okay, what are the strategies and the things that I can use? The advantages, I always call them the unfair advantages. What are the unfair advantages that you can use to push yourself forward to this end goal that you have? Whether it's a 6-month end goal, a 3-month end goal, a year end goal, 5-year end goal. You have a strategy for all of those so that in 3 months, you should be in this spot or really close to it. In 6 months, you should be in this spot or really close to it. And you really have a trajectory of how you're going to get there. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to know the whole how, but as long as you have that idea, that strategy, that end goal, that experience that you want to create, now you're playing chess. If you're playing checkers and you find yourself reacting all the time to whatever's going on, you're going to be distracted all the time because you're reacting to everything. You don't have a plan of even how you're going to deal with distractions. So you're just reacting to everything and emotionally reacting to everything. Your life is probably in chaos. So you want to get your life out of chaos, you got to stop playing checkers and you got to start playing chess. It's very, very important. It's one of the big mindset breakthroughs that I had, early on in my career that really helped me to understand first how I could create the GPS for success, but also how I could just navigate life and understand that life is a game. You got to play it. Life is a game. There's rules that you can use. There's rules that you can bend. And I talk about that in my book, Exertam Actuality. And I highly recommend that you read that book. It's going to give you a lot of insight into how to play this game of life and what the rules are, the 3D rules and the rules of the universe, and how you can bend and manipulate some of these rules. It's really awesome. I highly recommend that you read that book so you can understand how to play the game of life and how to start winning in the game of life. Because once you know how to really set up your chessboard for your advantage, man, life gets a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun and a lot more exciting. And you don't get all freaked out and worried and wigged out every time something crazy goes on in society, in politics, in social media, whatever. When things pop up and everybody's emotional, you just sit back and say, yeah, okay, I understand that that's going on, but hey, I already have a plan. I know where I'm going. And I'm not even going to waste my mental and emotional energy on that. I'm aware. That's all you need to be, is aware. I'm aware of what's going on. I understand the effects it might have on my future plan, but I'm not changing my future plan, because I know as long as I stick to my plan and I keep playing chess and I keep playing the game of life, I'm going to win. And then when you win, it feels so awesome. It feels awesome all the way through that journey, but when you get to that final win, it feels so awesome and you start to celebrate and you're so happy. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. So it's one of the things that I talk to my son about all the time, is playing chess. Don't play checkers, play chess. Play the game of life. Watch more videos. I got a lot of videos. I got videos about breaking out of the matrix. I got at least 2 videos about that right now, and I'm putting out more videos about that to help you. And it's really based on the Exertam Actuality, the book, to show you how to use some of these concepts and philosophies in life. So you should check that out. Check out that video. I'm going to put a link in the description, and you can find the book, Exertam Actuality. You can go read that book. I have it on audiobook too now, so you have many ways that you can enjoy that book. And check out some of the other videos. Subscribe to this channel. And like this video and leave a comment too. So that's it for this one. And until next time, you heard?